Right, hello, it's Sarah Harvey. Welcome to my channel, SH Millinery, and another millinery book review. Now, this book is called Classic Millinery Techniques by Albrizio. I think it's Albrizio. Co-authored by Osnat, Lustig. Now, this is out of print, so you can only get this secondhand from places like eBay, Amazon, World of Books. But it's a nice book. It's still reasonably expensive secondhand because it's quite a sought after book, and I think I paid about £20 for this book. So here we go. Published by Lark Books, New York. Contents, gallery, introduction. She says, this book is based on basic millinery, the first of 5 courses in the curriculum I designed for the Millinery Certificate Program at the Fashion Institute of Technology in New York City. That was a long sentence. Anyway, so we've got a nice picture here of a shirred beret made from printed brush knit and trimmed with wired ribbon headband and bow. She does put a lot of pictures from her students in here. So, boaters, 2-section berets, basic turbans, stylised berets, the classic pillboxes, built-up turbans, more pillboxes, feather bridle headpiece, cloches, multi-section berets, shirred berets, visors, boaters, nice boater there that was on the front cover, stylised brim. And as I say, they're all by another milliner that obviously she's taught or in conjunction with. More stylised brims, garlands, bridal garlands, cocktail cap. Actually, I was just thinking, when was this actually printed? It was printed in, goodness me, I can't even see where. Oh, 1998. So yeah, they're a bit 90s looking, those. I did think that, but they can be updated. And that's a bit 90s looking, isn't it? Feather pad hats. 1x1 feather hats. That's a lot of work, putting all those feathers on individually. Feather trims, that's quite a nice little section just showing the various feathers and different trims. Getting started, usual bit about the materials. She talks about various materials here, steamers, head stretchers, blocks, pliers, notions. Now, she goes on to basic stitches. Now, what I will say is when she shows you how to make these hats, you're not getting photographs. You're getting drawings. That's not to say that they're not good drawings. But I don't know. I like photographs. So the shirred beret. So she describes how to make it. And it's a fairly simple construction, the shirred beret. It's just a round and then a headband. The 2-section beret. The cloche. What's her advanced tip there? Cut the brim freehand to achieve an effect like that shown in figure 127, where the brim is longer at the front and shorter at the back. To correctly sew a crown, you must work from the top down for all sections, no matter how many. The result is always a professional looking crown. So she gives you little tips there. Rigid frame hats. So the pillbox, which she's making out of buckram. The boater. Turbans. She has a nice bit on built-up turbans, how to, make the tops higher so that you've got a bit more height. special occasion hats, cocktail hats. She also does what the figure of 8 loop at the back, which is very much a vintage thing where you had a loop at the back to keep it on your head. And I sometimes use that when I'm making vintage styles. Garlands, flower garlands, trimming a hat, ribbons and bows, making little ribbon flowers, veils, feathers. So she talks about feathers. And then she talks about feather pads covering a hat, or 1x1 feather hat, which is, as I say, you're going to be a long time doing that. Feather trimming and curling. And then beyond basics, what she does do, she talks about starting a small millinery business. Now, as this is a US-based book, it obviously talks about it from the US perspective. So not very useful for some people. And obviously this is quite an old book, so things have probably changed a little bit. She does talk about basics for a millinery workroom. Pricing a hat. I do like this sentence. Unfortunately, there are no set rules for pricing hats. Well, there's not. You have to price according. She's made a little ruler. She does give you a basic template for head size there. And she talks about millinery French curve, how to make a pressing roll. These are very useful for pressing funny shapes and corners and whatnot. Although I tend to use what's called a dressmaker's ham. Glossary. That's about it, I think. Yeah. I mean, it is a paperback with a glossy front. It's a big, thick book. I will put the ISBN, but as I say, you're most likely to find this secondhand somewhere. Originally, it was only $20 or $30 in Canada. So, I mean, it was a pricey book actually at the time, but you are going to be paying somewhere in that region probably just for a secondhand version, but it is a nice book. So, there we are. I hope you've enjoyed this book review. And if you like the channel, please subscribe. Don't forget to click the notifications button so that you know when I'm putting out new videos. And if you'd like to become a member, please click the join button. And there's always lots of benefits for members. Thanks very much. Bye.